friends, welcome to AKS Educations. So today we're just going to continue with the same topic, which is shares. In shares, we're just going to see forfeiture and reissue. So we're just going to continue with the same content. Last time we saw forfeiture and reissue at par. So today we're just going to see a different content. So before that, let me read out the question. Okay. So this question will be seen in the display. So you also can read the question. Alright, so let me read it. B Limited forfeited 500 shares of rupees 10 each, fully called up for non-payment of first call of rupees 2 per share and final call of rupees 2 per share. All these shares were reissued as fully paid for rupees 8 per share. Alright, so let me do this. Right? So obviously you also would have read the question. So B Limited forfeited 500 shares of rupees 10 each. So let me do this. So it is 500 shares of rupees 10 each. Alright. 500 shares of rupees 10 each. So let me do the journal entries. Alright. Share capital account debit 2. So which are the calls which is not paid? So we have to see that first. Alright. So first call is not paid. To share first call account and share final call account to share final call account. So these are the two calls which is not paid. Okay, so I put up the calls which are paid to share forfeiture account. So let me show you the working also. Alright. Yeah. So the first one, to share first call. Obviously it is 500 shares of rupees 10 each. Alright, 500 shares of rupees 10 each. So this is the par value. So 500. So how much is not paid? It is 2 rupees not paid here. And final call also it is 500 into 2 which is not paid. Alright. So obviously when 2 and 2 is not paid, so 4 rupees is not paid, so the shares are forfeited. The remaining amount should be paid is rupees 6. Logically rupees 6, right? So 500 into 6. Alright. So obviously what will be the par value? It should be 10. So let me do this. So 500 into 2, it is 1000. 500 into 2, again, it's 1000. So 6 5s are 30, it is 3000. And next is 500 into 10, it is 5000. So 3, 4, 5, and it's tallying. Okay. Next, I'll just read out the reissue content. All the shares were reissued as fully paid up for 8 per share. So already I told you, if it's fully paid, obviously we have to watch this content. Fully paid. So you have to see, fully paid in the sense you have to see the par value. Alright, you have to consider this par value. Alright, so the par value is 10 and fully paid for rupees 8 per share. So they have reissued for rupees 8 per share. So obviously it is 2 rupees loss. So we reissued for 8 rupees and the par value which is 10 rupees. Alright, so bank account debit, share forfeiture account debit to share capital. Okay. Account. So obviously, how many shares have been reissued? Yeah, let me check. So obviously, no information has been given. So when no information is given, we have to reissue all the 500 shares. All right. So 500 shares we are reissuing, and please keep it in mind, it is fully paid up, and rupees 8 per share is been reissued. So when it is fully paid up, we have to consider the par value and reissued at 8 per share. So obviously, we have to consider the par value. So it is 2 rupees loss for us. So it is 500 into 2, which is the loss over here. Okay, so 500 into 2, it is 1000. So if it's reissued at a loss 2 rupees, and obviously the value is already given, which is 8 rupees is given. So 500 into 8. How much will come into your bank account? That will be mentioned in the bank side. Alright, 5 8s are 40. It is 4,000. Alright, so the share capital, the total share capital is the par value. Again, we have to take the par, which is 10. So 500 into 10, which is 5,000. Clear, Che? So let's put this 4,000 over here. Possibly it will be much better. Okay, so 4,000 plus 1,000, that gives you 5,000. Okay, so the last content, which is capital reserve. So let me do the capital reserve over here. Yeah, I already showed you the formula for it. Amount forfeited. What is the amount forfeited? 3,000 divided by number of shares forfeited. 500 shares are forfeited into number of shares which are reissued. The reissue value, reissue share can be different. It's not mandatory, it should be 500. The company can reissue 100 shares, the company can reissue 300 shares, or the company can reissue all the 500 shares. Alright, so here the company is reissuing all 500 shares. So 500 is gone, so it is 3,000. And next we have to concentrate this, which is loss. Loss, how much is the loss? Obviously 1,000 rupees is the loss. So you have to deduct it. So it is 2,000. So next content, share forfeiture account debit to capital reserve account. So how much it is? It is 2,000 and 2,000. So I'll just do that working once again because that is really important. Okay, I'm just doing that working over here. Number of shares forfeited. The formula is number of shares forfeited. Amount forfeited. Amount which is forfeited, you can find it over here. Alright, so amount forfeited, 3,000 rupees is forfeited, divided by number of shares forfeited. How many shares is forfeited? 500 shares are forfeited. Into now how many shares are reissued? 500 is reissued. So obviously you will get an answer as 3,000. Alright, next you have to minus the loss. So loss, how much is the loss? Loss is mentioned here. Okay, this is the loss. You have to take this content as a loss. So loss is 1,000. The remaining it is 2,000. Okay, this 2,000 has been posted here. I think it's very simple, right? So please